Ma'am, is my screen visible? Sumitra ma'am?
Yeah, screen is visible,
Yes, ma'am, visible.
but your slides are not visible. Can you present one slide? I can confirm it. Yeah, it's now visible.
Ma'am, live connect. Please start the session.
Yeah, shall we start, Ilayaraja?
Ma'am, is the letters also clear in the PPT?
Ma'am, actually there was only a white screen is visible. The writings is not there.
Okay, the picture, such things you cannot see.
No, ma'am, it is not visible.
Okay, wait.
Hello? பண்ணிடலாம். ஓகே மேம். நான் லைவ் போட்டுடலாமா பிபிடி? பண்ணிடலாம் மேம். அவங்ககிட்ட சொல்லியிருந்தேன். நான் ஓப்பன் ஆயிடுச்சு மேம். நான் ரெடி பண்ணிட்டேன், எல்லாத்தையும் ரெடி பண்ணிட்டேன். நீங்கள் சொல்லிடுங்க. ஓகே மேம், தேங்க்யூ.
Kalpana ma'am?
Yeah ma'am.
Can I present it from our side? From our side it is clear.
Okay, then carry on. The one which finally I have sent, recently I have sent.
Okay, no problem. We will present.
Okay, shall I stop sharing them?
No problem. Ilayaraja, shall we? Yeah. Yeah, I welcome all the participants for the second session of the final day of the Faculty Development Program. Now, I invite Dr. B. Kavita, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Lt.E.Kalpana College, to introduce today's guest of honor, Lt.E.Kalpana, Assistant Professor, Department of English, V.V.Vanniaperumal College for Women, Virudhunagar. Welcome, ma'am.
Morning, ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
No, yes, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are clear. Your voice is clear.
Yes, ma'am, audible.
Good morning to all esteemed secretaries, principals, organizing secretaries of both institutions, Saurashtra College and Lt.E.Kalpana College for Women, respected resource persons, academicians, and dear fellow participants. I welcome you all to this final session of our faculty development program. It's my pleasure to extend my warm welcome to our resource person, Lt.E.Kalpana ma'am, Assistant Professor of English and an NCC officer, V.V.Vanniaperumal College for Women, Virudhunagar. Before sharing her academic achievements, I have to share one thing to our resource person. I came across your profile, ma'am, and was surprised that we were undergraduate UG batchmates at Lt.E.Kalpana College from 2002 to 2005. I also recall that you were part of the NCC. It's great to see that you have become an assistant professor and an NCC officer. I'm glad to have you as a resource person in our virtual mode of faculty development program. Regarding her academic achievements, Kalpana ma'am, she's an young and energetic scholar with a high degree of innovative potentiality. She has over 10 years of teaching experience and has presented papers at more than 7 in seminars and conferences, both national and international level. She has published 10 articles in books and conference proceedings. She has organized seminars and workshops on Indian poetry in English and British literature. Her area of specialization is in American literature and Dalit writings. She has delivered more than 5 lectures on various topics at different institutions. Notably, she received the V.V.Vanniaperumal Award for NCC in 2023. Your impressive profile speaks to your remarkable achievements. We eagerly await your insightful and enlightening lecture on the topic, the Uncharted Ethics of Teaching. Once again, I welcome you, ma'am. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. My God. People have grown beyond recognition that, whether, and I really doubt my eyesight also, that I couldn't recognize my fellow friend who was there with me for 3 years together. Okay, anyway. Shall I start, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Can the PPT be shared?
One minute, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. So, my topic for today is Uncharted. Sir, can you present the recent PPT which I sent? I sent it twice. Okay, anyway, this would do. Okay, fine, this would do. Yes. So today I'm presenting a lecture in the topic, the Uncharted Ethics of Teaching. Under this topic, I'm indebted to share certain ways and certain gimmicks, I would say, because I use that in the shortcuts also, which has proven very successful in my teaching career, along with what other experts also have done research on teaching. I have shared both. And so next slide, please. Okay. The role of teachers and the teaching have evolved in new shape, catering to the host of challenges faced by young student community. The aim of the current presentation is to share certain roles which would enable the teaching community sustain their position. It's not only about the sustaining the position, it's also about being a successful teacher also, and continuing as a successful teacher ever. And moreover, it is an attempt to share certain roles which a teacher AI will never evolve. So that is basically the important point, or that is based on the foundation on which the whole lecture has been prepared. I have discussed certain rules and responsibilities which a teacher ought to have, which is the need of the time. And over to the next slide. So next slide. Yes, there are basic foundations which we always follow, and those I have termed as a conventional ethics of teaching. The earlier slide, the third one. Yes, the conventional ethics of teaching that demands respect to the students' rights and dignity, and equity and fairness in their treatment, and commitment to student welfare and development, and professional integrity. These are the things which had been there as professional ethic of a teacher ever since human beings were involved. And so next slide. Okay, so in the conventionality of teaching, I have included equity and equality in education. The institution which implement which establish the people who establish educational institutions, their main focus most of the time would be to stress the equality in education, where equity is miserably failed. Equity means ensuring fairness in resource distribution, adopting teachers' method for diverse learning needs, catering to the background as well as the financial conditions. There are many external factors which influence a student's outlook towards education and all. So one umbrella term or one system of teaching certainly would not do for different diverse student community which we are facing. And it also brings about the challenges in bringing about the in bridging the opportunity gap between them. And the next slide. Yes, this in this slide, I have discussed certain points I have which I would like to share as the most important responsibility of a teacher of the current time. Earlier also this field of teaching had been there, but now I feel that it has become more a challenging way, because of the advent of AI, where we often we are made to think that one day we would be replaced by AI. And as I was mentioning while discussing the introduction, that I have discussed certain points in which an AI can never replace. The first thing is being a facilitator. This word affirmation, of late, many of us must be hearing this word, and the influencers and texts and the non-conventional, say non-fictional text, which is intended for inspirations, would have this word quoted every now and then. What is affirmation? What could be an affirmation? Affirmation. Okay, so an affirmation is a certainty which we tell to ourselves. If we are facing a class, at least the 10 percentage of the class students inherently they will have a positive affirmation. Yes, but that would only be roughly a 10 percentage. But the rest of the other students got to develop this very powerful idea called affirmation. That means always telling something positive to yourself. And if in case inherently, if the children, if you think okay, right. Am I audible? Am I audible? Is what I'm discussing
Yes,
clear?
ma'am, you are audible.
Okay, right. Okay, so this affirmation, this is a very powerful tool which really have a profound impact on students. If the student inherently do not have such positive affirmations within them, it is the responsibility of the teacher to and then always that the teacher would remember, always that the student would remember you ever in his life. It is not only for the purpose of you being remembered, but it is the profound impact which you create. Affirmations, like what sort of affirmations you can give, we can give to our children. Just when a person is not doing fairly good, call them and tell them that he is all powerful, he is all capable. Start with that. And every now and then a poor student is being given a positive affirmation about him by a staff. Certainly first he would doubt whether he has such qualities, and over a period of time that he would finalize, that he would that would become a conviction in him. That's why giving affirmations and developing affirmations is more important in building anybody's career to the next level. Then grow and heal. I gave these two aspects in one umbrella term. I have treated this as one entity because for every person, when he starts growing, the initial stage would be full of criticism, full of failures, and whatnot. And that's why growing would always have a kind of painful feeling, a person, a self which would get hurt every now and then. So it takes much resilience for an individual to get himself healed in the initial stage, and that is where the role of a teacher is so mandatory. When you ask your student to try something and he reports that he miserably failed, that is the point where a teacher should instigate the resilience in him, that you should show all the ways in which he could heal himself and prepare for a next war ensuingly. And the next thing is embracing the challenges. When one generation after other they evolve, the challenges also evolve, and every day it is getting tougher. And these days it is not easy to be a student, and the next level it is not easy to be an employer as well. Employer, employee, whatever the next stage which he is planning for, which he should develop an attitude which which enables him to embrace challenges, embrace the host of challenges which he faces. First, make them mentally prepared, and physically preparing things we would be discussing later, and creating a daily routine. This is the most difficult task in a person, in a teaching career. If you could influence somebody to create a daily routine, create a daily powerful dynamic routine, then you are the successful person. And a profound journey of self discovery, when the aforementioned things could be possible, and this last aspect is the end of it. Once you give him a start, then let his journey be continued, and till you get a confirmation that that person would be continuing, till that a monitoring is necessary. Then inspiration, there in each and every person's life, whether he is a big shot like Abdul Kalam, Elon Musk, whatever, there would be a teacher in them who must have inspired them profoundly. And such is the inspiration which is expected of a teacher, which is expected of a teacher. And this is not a role, something which is new. And in case if a look if looks are going to be causing a profound inspiration for people, then we have taken the things in a wrong way. Knowledge is the only thing which would make a person getting inspired. So it is always we have to adopt certain roles to inspire students, and for which another important thing which we should instill among the students is the choice of response. The choice of response, this may sound very very easy, but this is also a difficult task, which may not sound difficult, but in reality it is difficult. What do I mean by instilling the power of choice, the power of choice of responses? If something happens and how he respond to it, that is of paramount important in the life journey of a student. Whether he is broken, and whether he just quits his venture, or whether he just shrugs off everything and he prepares for the next day. That is what an important lesson which we should inspire. So if we really inspire them, then only people or any student which we are venturing to inspire would believe in what is called as next. or what is called as plan B. If you do not inspire the students in a right way, certainly this idea called the next, or the idea called the call plan B wouldn't make sense to him. Because always, if there is a failure, ask the students, ask your students to look for next, ask your students to go for plan B. And your right inspiration only would make a student believe in this next as well as the plan B. And employment news, the always, it would be a very heart filling and happy venture if you really explore the job opportunities which is there in society. Keep the students updated, for which first we got to subscribe this employment news. And whenever and with whom the informations regarding job
Hello.
opportunities, be in touch with them.
Sir,
Always
what is the
inquire what are the
qualification?
opportunities which people,
Yes, sir.
students, your
Mm,
students who
super.
are all of different discipline
Thank
could
you.
have. And keep them posted, keep them posted. And answer key, it is believed that a person's concentration would be there maximum of 45 minutes, after which he would be in dire need of a small break. And most of the time, I would say that it is enough we continuously take class for 45 minutes. Even in that, we can complete the portion. And after which, take to your classes the previous year questions of all the competitive exams. Earlier, please, the previous day, work on it, and you just put forth few questions with them. And that not only make them inquisitive of what is happening in society or what would be the result, but also what is happening in the society also. It would be a mind blowing inspiration for you as well. It would be a great revelation of where and what really we are and where we stand. Because whenever you try to sort out the answers, at times we ourselves would feel bad that we should improve. And that would start a very dynamic journey in ourselves as well. This not only give them an idea of what are all the things which are asked in competitive exam, but also this would give a great revelation in him really where he stands, whether he could get a job in the society. Wherever you go, there would be a screening test in which this aptitude is there, be it a private establishment or a government establishment. This is a screening process, all have this aptitude system, to which we really need to give a orientation as well as a regular practice. And language development, we all think that we teachers, of course, we have due to our age factor and all, over the years of experience with the knowledge system, we could have developed a decent way of communication. And that which is expected of us in this particular age, maybe many of us are in the early 40s or 50s. The society is expecting from a students even at his earlier stage, for which there shouldn't be a day in a teacher's career in which you don't upgrade yourself. Always, it is not only the student who should be in perpetual war, that too a perpetual war with nobody. You needn't have to be in perpetual war with your colleagues sitting right, left, center, huh? But it should be a perpetual war between ourselves. Always I used to tell this to my students: don't be in war with anybody around you, you be in war with yourself. Like which always, we as a teacher, we should be in war with ourselves. We should see to it that there should be there should be a few percentage of difference between me of yesterday and me of today. Even few vocabularies, we getting ourselves oriented with a few vocabularies could materialize such a thing. So it is very much, that's why I always say, I always give this affirmation to myself, I also to the students. There shouldn't be a day in which learning has not happened in your life. And this is very much applicable for a teacher who really want to become successful. And gender inclusion, this I really want to discuss in this platform, because teaching is a job, and teaching is a platform which would give the best lessons of gender inclusion. No other field is as powerful as in instilling the gender inclusion, which no parent would be teaching the students, which in certain cases no neighbor would be teaching. So giving importance to the third gender, and how they are to be treated, even how a man to be treating a woman, or a woman to be treating a man, and what is its decent level and what is its indecent level. Such gender inclusion, just gender equality, no one but a teacher can instill in a student. So these are all the things which I believed that no AI can replace, when we sought to this kind of parameters in our life in teaching. So next. Am I audible? Next. Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, the digital age and teaching ethics. This is a digital age, of course, no doubt. And student privacy in online platform, this has become a most offensive thing these days. If you really question about whether, whatever, if you just even mention something undesirable, if some student posts in his social media, if you just if the one mention would develop antagonism between you and the student. So in this case, I would say we can to a level we can stand as a bystander. It is purely they believe that it is their right to have Facebook account, Instagram account, whatever it is. And that's why it is the ethic. But the thing is, we can give proper orientation regarding cyberbullying and digital footprints. If we give proper orientations of whatever the cyber crime that is happening, obviously the children's screen
Hello?
time would get
Hello?
reduced. And especially, even
சொல்லுங்க.
we may not help much
ஆ
about the screen time, but certainly
ஆமா அசோசியேட் மட்டும் எடுக்கணும்.
it
அதை
is
எனக்கு ஒரு
it is
காப்பி அனுப்புங்க,
very
நான்
much
பார்க்குறேன்.
now the need of the hour that
இல்ல
we
நீங்க
should
ஒரு
be
காப்பி எனக்கு
giving
அனுப்புங்க, நான்
proper
பார்க்குறேன்.
orientation about the cyber crime. And
சரி, ஓகே ஓகே.
cyber crime is a term which would sound very bombastic,
இல்ல வேற எதுவும்
but
கரெக்ஷன் இல்லப்பா.
to
அந்த
the student
அசோசியேட்ன்றத
level,
மட்டும் எடுத்துட்டா
they
போதும்.
are
அவங்க
either
நேம்,
involved
ப்ரொஃபசர்,
in
டிபார்ட்மெண்ட், அந்த
in
இது
cyber
போட்டு
crimes,
காலேஜ்
or
நேம் அவ்வளவு.
most of the time they become a victim of
சரி, ஓகே
cyber
ஓகே
crime.
ஓகே. எங்கனாலும்
And
நடத்தி கொடுத்துருவாங்க.
always we should be so concerned about
புரியல.
the image of a student, especially when
ஆ
if it is a girl student. So proper orientation, even so they
அதுல
are a
நேம்
victim of some
போட்டிருப்பீங்க, அதுல
cyber
காலேஜ் நேம்
crime,
போட்டிருப்பீங்க,
it is
அவங்களுக்கு தான் ரெடி
the
பண்ணணும்.
ethical duty
ம்.
of a
ஆ
teacher to one day,
அனுப்புறேன்,
even in
அனுப்புங்க,
the very
நான் பார்க்குறேன்.
beginning itself, we
ஆ
should give orientation regarding how these cyber crimes can be reported with identity as well as without identity. Because once we register in those websites, every now and then there would be in the messages would be popping out. They would give you messages regarding the progress of your case. So in case there might come a time in which, in a student's time, she may want to register a cyber crime without the knowledge of their life partner. And for such things, kindly give an orientation program. Because when we hear about there were times, even I also have heard about the victimization of students of this cyber crime. But they would come to us in a very later stage, where just being sympathetic, other than that we cannot do much about it. In such cases, students report such cyber crime to us. And this is also a newly evolved ethic of a teacher. So next. Yes, ethic. It is really a very, 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 very serious list of things which every domain has. And at a lighter side, the ensuing few slides would discuss the lighter side of the ethics, which I haven't given any solutions, because there isn't any the solution to all that is discussed in these slides. Where I prefer, where while framing these slides, I preferred to leave the conclusion or leave a solution to the audience itself. Okay, in that, balancing the technical use with private concerns, and AI and automation grading, fair or biased, that is of your discretion. Then addressing cultural sensitivity, because a teacher would be of a different cultural background and the
ஹலோ.
student must be of a different cultural background.
பார்த்துட்டேன். அந்த
When
ப்ரொஃபஸர்
teaching,
பக்கத்துல
it
கம்மா, அதுக்கு
certainly
கீழே
must have
கம்மா, 3
happened
இடத்துல கம்மா மட்டும் போட்டுருக்கு.
to all most almost all,
ப்ரொஃபஸர்
that
பக்கத்துல
we
கம்மா,
would be
வேற
in
அந்த
supportive
ஸ்கூல்
of
ஆஃப்
a certain
கம்ப்யூட்டர்
cultural
சயின்ஸ் அண்ட்
practice, and we
இன்ஜினியரிங் அது
at
பக்கத்துல
times
கம்மா,
we would be
வெள்ளூர் இன்ஸ்டியூட் ஆஃப்
against some
டெக்னாலஜி
cultural
கம்மா,
practice
அவ்வளோதான்.
which the student might very much
அந்த
be a
கம்மா
part
மட்டும்
of
ஆட்
it.
பண்ணிட்டா போதும்.
And later on we would realize that such things we
அதுல கம்மா
wouldn't have said.
வரக்கூடாது, அது எதுக்கு
So
வரக்கூடாது.
addressing such issues before talking, it's very
நேம் எல்லாம்
sensitive.
கரெக்டா இருக்கு, அந்த
Then
கம்மா மட்டும்
handling
ஆட் பண்ணிட்டா
things
போதும்.
has to be
ஓகே, தேங்க்யூ.
done before putting forth. It has to be thought twice and acted thrice. And navigating personal, okay, navigating personal bias, all these personal bias I would say this also, it is not that by genetically they inherit, but the personal biases happens because of their relatives or their parents influence on them. They must be having a notion of certain political practice or certain cultural practice, and if you say, the children would get offended. So how, in what level we can intersect in these things, it is purely our discretion. And resolving conflicts between school policies and parental values, this is this is the ethic which each and everyone follow without knowing that this ethic is imposed on us by educational institutions. We at times have a tug of war between the educational institutions and parenting, because what our educational institution where we are a part of, when they want to insist something, they want to implement something which at times we would feel that it would offend the parents, so we would be caught in between. So this is also, this is an imposed ethic, I would say. So next, balancing authority and empathy. And this is an important ethic in which often we get confused whether to exercise your authority, whether you should exercise your sympathy, which is needed for what situation. And maintaining a boundary as a student, as a teacher, we may tend to attach too much with the students because the student would be smart. So where we draw ourselves, that is also, that discreening is also an ethic in teaching. And navigating power dynamics in the classroom, how you impose your power as a teacher, how you inflict certain things while imparting, all such things matters as an ethic. And the dilemma of a discipline versus compassion, and whether we will have to be so disciplined in the matter or we will have to exercise compassion, that depends on the issue which we are dealing. The issues differs. That's why even in the beginning itself I said these are all the lighter side of the ethics, in which I haven't given any solution. I left the solution to the audience itself. Next.
The second session.
Yes,
Okay.
teachers who prioritize growth and respect help students feel valued, reinforced their sense of self-worth, and encouraging them to take on challenges. This not only boosts academic performance but also builds students' confidence in their ability, setting the foundation of a lifelong learning and a success beyond the classroom. Always in, I feel that if as a teacher, if you set a lifelong learning process, then there isn't anyone who would be a better successful than us. And next, sir. Next, yeah, this is that's it. That's it. The previous one, the previous one. So, yes, yes. Stop. Knowledge is just a clicks away, and what the student need is a teacher who knows the art of connecting himself with the student community for a noble cause. And this is also a key point which I want to stress by sharing the knowledge which I gained through teaching all these years. The one profound knowledge or the profound truth which I would feel sharing it very importantly is this. If if AI could teach you many things, if Google could give him notes, or if without a teacher, without attending the class, he could gain some knowledge, then what are we for? Then what are we for? And we are here to make a connection in which a person's personal need is also attained, which an AI cannot do. When a student is upset in the class, an on-screen AI, which this machinized learning certainly would not understand. That's where we win over the AI tools. That means what I want to say is, the only thing in which we could succeed in AI is the observation which we make in class personally of a student. We have the discerning capability of what is wrong with him or what is right with him, and that is the success of a human teacher, and which no AI can replace. And the people, there was a message which was a spreading of mm, uh, um, uh, regarding the Jewish practice, regarding the Hitler's misuse of teachers during World War One, where people said that people who are scientists, people who are the message, just I'm transcribing the message. The crux of the message says that people who are so much learned like doctors or scientists, they are the one who doomed a whole human race. And that's why in what is so wrong with them and with their knowledge is basically teaching. They have been taught of the knowledge and not humanitarian concern. And that is also, and that's what that is what I mean by the main difference between a human teacher and an AI. AN would teach them knowledge, but the humanitarian concern which ought to be instilled in a child, that only a human teacher can do. And next, okay, missed etiquette, hard to make over. Just I have given the unmindfulness of every teacher cause havoc in a student life. It has become a trend of many students that they show their antagonism by not wishing us, by not showing interest in them. They do things which are so undesirable inside the class. In response, what can we do? What is expected of a teacher? What is ethical about a teacher regarding the response of such undesirable behavior of a student? Certainly, every time if a student insult you, call him and talk in a nice manner, because that would define you and not him. That's why it is appropriate for a teacher to every now and then, time and again, tell the student that he is somewhere or the other, he is not in the right path. And that is where we teacher sustain ourselves a good image in them. And next, sir. Okay, the way to achieve the desire is a way simple. If molding is a teacher's job, attaining, okay, to the attainment of the desired is institutions. That's what I meant, Samit. Okay. And why it is so simple? It is a success of the success of an educational institution doesn't solely depend on the work of the teachers alone. There is a great part which the management also holds, where they got to come to the ground to do certain things. And one challenging factor I see in the present youth is that they may have the mind to achieve, but they don't know the weight of doing it, especially when it comes to competitive exams. If we become an employment news for them, we just we just stop with imparting the job opportunities and the notifications of job opportunities. But what is the next level? And that is where the student community miserably fail. What I mean to say is, they know such a job opportunity exists, but they don't know the ways and means of applying for it. Every management is spending crores and crores of amount for the infrastructure, for all the laboratories and many other things, which are which are of course mandatory. But one mandatory thing which any management becomes so unmindful of is employing some technical expert who could apply, who knows the art of applying things for various jobs. Of late I have been visiting few colleges for many purposes. And this is what wherever I go, if I could meet the principal, or if I could meet the management authorities, this is the one thing I really stress. Because of this, 50% of the students are not achieving what they desire, or not achieving the motto of any educational institution, I would say. So just it is a humble suggestion from my side, because I have been seeing this, and I have seen students undergoing this. If you give them the notification of a job opportunity, they don't know how to scan things, they don't know what website to approach. So it is mandatory that all colleges must have a technical expert who knows the art of applying for various jobs, be it private or be it government, whatever it is. So that's why I said the way of achieving the desired is a way simple. Just employment of it is not necessary that you employ few extra teachers. Just employment of one such technical staff would replace few teachers, I would say, the role of a teacher. Next. Yes. Teaching, why teaching is uncharted. So finally, I thought it is my responsibility to give a justification to the title which I have chosen, which is of my choice. Why it is uncharted? Because there isn't any role which a teacher do not play. We at times become almost like parents to them. We become mentor, we become guide, we become more friendly with them. So there isn't any role which we do not play. At times we become patrons also, we become sponsors also. That is also there. And if such thing happens, certainly the teacher needs a very big heart to become a patron or become a sponsor. So there isn't any role which we do not play. That's why I said teaching is a role which cannot be defined by few titles, which cannot be defined by few job descriptions. It is everything. It's an umbrella term. That's why I said it doesn't have a boundary. Because why even the roles are evolving as time evolves. So we cannot have a boundary of the profession called teaching. It encompasses everything, even some more to come also. Thank you all. Thank you for your patience listening. And the floor is open for discussion.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hope I made sense to you all. And these are all
Sure,
the
ma'am.
proven etiquettes which I follow. And because I have been following these things, I could make few students appear for TNPSC exams and all.
Sure, ma'am. What you have discussed is really correct. Of course, teaching is a noble profession. We must learn the art of connecting ourselves with the student community. Well said, ma'am. Ma'am, shall we invite questions from the participants?
Yeah, please.
Dear participants, you may clear your doubts if you have any.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
You are
Clear.
audible.
Uh, yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, this is Kalishwaran from MKU College.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, thanks for giving the essence of various topics and several things which today's teachers community needs. So thank you, ma'am. In your session, you told that the students are lacking opportunity to apply because they don't know the ways to get through such things. So, though they apply for such exams, they feel some difficulty for coaching, like even the coaching centers are demanding a huge fees as like that. So, even it would be better if a separate cell is created for competitive exams in college. It would be better coaching to the students. So, is that it would be much better, ma'am, I think.
Sir, what you said is 100% correct. But I'll tell you a way out because
Mm,
that is what I have been suggesting
mm,
to students. Sir, as I told you, knowledge is
mm,
just a clicks away. There are n number of
mm,
tubes which coach for TNPSC free of cost, free of cost, and you would have
mm,
more
mm,
materials. And always, sir, it is
mm,
just because every now and then, if I see, because I'm an NCC officer, every now and then I used to ask officers who are so renowned, yeah, how
okay.
what they did to achieve such great heights. The best thing which they say is, ma'am, always if there is a
Mm,
competitive exam, you should be thorough with the 10 years of the previous year question papers to have a rough idea.
mm,
If
okay, ma'am.
a student goes without preparing, or sir, making a student apply for such job is of paramount importance, because once if we make them apply, just like that, he will go and sit the first time. If he would witness people who would be seriously jotting out points, and who would be seriously working on the question, and he would be sitting simply. The first reception which he would have is insult. He will feel very much insulted.
Mm,
But next time also,
mm,
we should stress that he should apply for the same job. If there would be
okay,
repeat
ma'am.
instances where he goes and feels insulted, the next time he will never go without preparation at all. And this is
Yes,
where we
ma'am.
also have a part in influencing them. As
Trial and error method. Trial and,
also, yes, sir.
okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you for your explanation, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Sir, we should make it as a target that at least if we are giving a notification of an exam, we should see to it that at least 10 people apply for it. And always you can maintain a notice board in which people who have applied for 5 jobs should be given 5 stars. And even from your side, you can give a pen. That would be of a great inspiration for them. That has happened also with me.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Let me do
So
that.
every
Thank
class
you.
would have such a
Thank
notice
you.
board in which The person who has applied for 5 jobs, 10 jobs, their name should be mentioned with stars.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks for your good points. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Kalpana ma'am, thank you for your response, ma'am.
Thank you.
Any more questions from the participants? Okay, now I invite Dr. B. Kavita, Assistant Professor of English, Sita Lakshmi Achi College for Women, Pallatur, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon to all. I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this final session of our faculty development program. Kalpana ma'am, your insightful session and expertise have enriched our knowledge and inspired us to strive for excellence in our teaching. Really, your speech was informative, inspiring, and enlightening one. Knowledge is a click away, and what a student needs is a teacher who knows the art of connecting himself with the student community for a noble cause. Yeah, it's true. You elaborated the topic to the core on behalf of our FTP team. I thank you, ma'am, from the very depth of my heart. I also extend my sincere gratitude to our organizing secretaries, Dr. Sumitra ma'am and Dr. S.R. Vanita ma'am, for their tireless efforts and meticulous planning. I thank you, ma'am. I wish to extend my gratitude to our technical supporter, Dr. Satish Kumar sir. I would like to thank all the participants for their cooperation and active participation in this FTP. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for making this faculty development program a resounding success. Once again, I thank one and all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Kavita ma'am, and thank you,
So much,
Kalpana ma'am.
Kalpana. Thank you so much, Kalpana, ma'am. Thank you
I'm
so much.
grateful for such an opportunity to impart the little improvements which I'm making in self, and I'm the little kind of little improvements I'm making in my students as well.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for
Thank
your
you.
wonderful session. Thank you. Yeah, dear participants, I thank everyone for your enthusiastic participation for the 1 week faculty development program. We expect the same from you in the near future. And I have a small thing to say that the participation e-certificates will be sent to your email ID individually after checking it your attendance. Okay, so kindly fill the feedback link within 10 minutes to 15 minutes today. Your feedback link is very important for you to give the e-certificate. Thank you so much. And we expect everyone's presence for the valedictory. It is going, that is, it's set to start in 5 minutes. Thank you all.
Thank you.
ஆமா இல்ல இல்ல எனக்கு வேலிடிட்டி வேலிடிட்டி
yes, sir.
கேமரா ஆன் பண்ணுமா மைக் இதுல இருக்குல்ல
Sir Vijay Kumar sir, good afternoon.
குட் ஆஃப்டர்நூன் மேடம்
Sir, please unmute your mic, sir. Unmute your mic.
குட் ஆஃப்டர்நூன் மேடம்
Sir, welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. We are waiting for Professor Sivakumar, sir.
அப்படியாங்க மேடம்
Okay.
சார் இருக்காங்க
மேடம் நான் இருக்கேன் மேடம்
Okay, sir. Sir, welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. I just make a call to Vanita, ma'am. Okay, sir. 1 second.
We shall start, ma'am. Our principal ma'am is also there, ma'am, in the link.
Ma'am, 1 second. I just make a call to the principal and come back to you.
Sure.
சிவகுமார்
சார்
குட் மார்னிங் ஜி
குட் மார்னிங் சார்
We start the program, sir. I think Sir is busy a little bit now. We'll start the program. Yeah, now I invite Professor T.K. Sivakumar, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Saurashtra College Autonomous, and Deputy IQC Coordinator to welcome for this valedictory session.
Madam, am I audible?
Okay. Sir, your voice is clear.
Okay. Distinguished guest, respected faculty members, and my dear colleagues, good afternoon to all. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to this valedictory function of a 1 week faculty development program on empowering educators through educational ethics, revisiting the values, conducted under Memorandum of Understanding between Department of English, Saurashtra College, Madurai, and Department of English, Seethalakshmi Archie College for Women, Pallatur. It is a milestone in our journey towards academic excellence and professional development. First and foremost, I would like to welcome Dr. D.R. Kumaresh, sir, Secretary and Correspondent of Saurashtra College, and Sri O.A.A.A.P. Annamalai, sir, Secretary and Secretary of Seethalakshmi Archie College for Women, Captain Dr. K.R. Srinivasan, Principal, Saurashtra College, and Dr. S. Badmini, Principal of Seethalakshmi Archie College for Women, and Dr. G. Sivabal, Head of the Department of English, Saurashtra College, and S.R. Vanitha, Head of the Department of English, Seethalakshmi Archie College for Women, Pallatur, for their visionary approach and commitment to fostering collaboration and mutual growth. This MOU is a testament to stand our shared belief in the power of collaborative effort and exchange of knowledge. I would like to welcome to our distinguished guest and speaker who have taken the time to be with us today. Your expertise and insight undoubtedly inspire and enrich our faculty members, guiding us towards innovative teaching practices and enhanced learning experiences. I would like to welcome the organizing committee from both colleges, especially the organizing secretaries, Dr. M. Sumitra ma'am, Assistant Professor of English, Saurashtra College, and Dr. S.R. Vanitha uh, ma'am, Head and Associate Professor of English, Siddharth Archie College for Women, Palattur. Your hard work and meticulous planning have been instrumental in making this event a reality. I would like to welcome Dr. V.K. Kumar, sir, IQC coordinator, who works day and night for the betterment of the college to get A grade in the coming uh, NAC fourth cycle. I wish to welcome the administration team for their unwavering support and encouragement. If I fail to mention somebody's name, I beg your pardon, it is not intentional. Our faculty members are the backbone of our academic community, and this faculty development program is an opportunity for us to enhance our skill and adopt new teaching methodology and stay updated with the latest advancement in our respective fields. I welcome our faculty members and also professors from various colleges. Once again, I would like to welcome you all to this valedictory function. Welcome one and all. I welcome you one and all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I am privileged and honored to welcome Dr. S. Padmini ma'am, Principal of Seethalakshmi Archie College for Women, to give the valedictory address. Welcome, ma'am. Yeah, Padmini ma'am, am I audible? Satish Kumar, sir. Is Padmani ma'am is on the line?
Yes, ma'am. She's trying to get the link, ma'am, actually. Ma'am, please let us wait for some minutes.
Yeah, okay, sure. Satish Kumar, sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Raja.
Yes, ma'am.
That is, I think Padmani ma'am has got some problem with connecting with this virtual room. Can I send her number?
Okay, ma'am. Please share me the number.
Ma'am, principal, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Welcome, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. We start already.
Yes, ma'am. We invite Dr. S. Padmani ma'am to give the valedictory address for the one-week faculty development program. It's a privilege to welcome you again. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Good afternoon. It is with pride and a deep sense of gratitude that I stand before you today to deliver the valedictory address for this enlightened faculty development program. Empowering us through education, ethics, e-visiting for all. Over the past 5 days, we have engaged in meaningful discussions, thought-provoking and collaborative exchanges, all centered around a topic that lies at the heart of our profession, education. This FDP has provided us with a platform to revisit the values that define us as educators and explore ways to integrate principles into our ever-evolving educational landscape. Ethics in education is not merely about adhering to rules or codes. It is about embodying integrity, fairness, compassion, and accountability in our daily interactions with students, colleagues, and community. The insight we have gained during this program remind us that as educators, we hold a profound responsibility to shape the character and future of our students. I am particularly grateful to our resource persons whose expertise and passion have enriched our understanding, ethical principles, and their application in various contexts. Your sessions have been a beacon of inspiration, offering practical tools and philosophical perspectives to help us navigate the challenges of education. To our participants, your enthusiasm, active engagement have been the driving force behind the success of this program. Through your thoughtful sessions, lively discussions, and reflections, you have proven that education is a powerful journey of learning and growth. As we conclude deeply, I encourage each of you to carry forward the lesson learned here. Let us try to educate us to not only impart knowledge, but also inspire our students to uphold the values of honesty, respect, empathy, and resilience. In doing so, we will create a ripple effect, nurturing ethical and responsible citizens who can contribute meaningfully to the society. Before I close, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the organizing team whose meticulous planning, dedication have made this a grand success. Your hard work has ensured that every aspect of this program ran smoothly and effectively. In conclusion, let us remember that the future of our success as educators lies not in the accolades of receive, but in the values we instill in our students. Let us remind our commitment to ethical teaching and continue to empower ourselves and others with the transformative power of education. Thank you. I wish you all the best as you apply these learnings in your professional journey. Let us move forward together, guided by the principles of ethics and values toward a brighter future for our education. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for your encouraging words, ma'am. Thank you so much. Now I invite Dr. V.V.Vanniaperumal, IQC Coordinator, Department of Commerce, Head and Associate Professor, Saurashtra College, Madurai, to give the valedictory address.
Am I audible, madam?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, the organizing team, for giving me this opportunity to give the valedictory address on this 1-week faculty development program on empowering educators through ethical values, revisiting the values. Respected secretary and correspondent, respected principal, respected head and faculty members of Department of English of Saurashtra College and Seethalakshmi College for Women, the organizing secretary Dr. Sumitra Madam, convener Dr. S.R. Vanitha Madam, dear participants, I am very happy to give the valedictory address in this program. First, I would like to thank all the resource persons for spending their valuable time to make this FDP a grand success. Next, I would like to thank all the participants for their support and cooperation in making this FDP a grand success. And at this juncture, I request all the participants to share the various concepts discussed on values and ethics in this 1 week FDP to their respective institution. Education is meaningful. When it is taught with values and ethics. The values and ethics are the two eyes of education. A real education is which will be helpful not only in getting the employment, but also it will be helpful in every part of the life. And I would like to mention the quotes from Shiv Khera from the book You Can Win. Success does not mean an absence of problems. It is overcoming the problems. Success is not measured by how high we go up in life, but how many times we bounce back when we fall down. Education with values and ethics will give self-confidence and lead to a successful life. And last but not least, our father of nation, Sri Mahatma Gandhi ji, is given 7 sins. They are wealth without work, pleasure without conscience, commerce without morality, science without humanity, religion without sacrifice, politics without principle, and the last one, education without values. So he mentioned that education without values is a social sin. So I hope that this FDP will create awareness among the teaching staff and students and will give a different dimension in teaching and learning. And with these few words, I once again thank the organizing team for giving me this opportunity, and I thank each and every one of the participants and the organizers. Thank you once again for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, madam.
Thank you so much, sir, for your encouraging words. Now I invite Dr. S.R. Vanitha ma'am to give the report of the FDP.
Thank you, ma'am. In the capacity of the convener of this 1-week virtual faculty development program on empowering educators through educational ethics, revisiting the values, let me present a brief report. Shri OAAAP Annamalai, the Honorable Secretary Seethalakshmi College for Women, Palathu, Shri Dr. D.R. Kumaresh, the Honorable Secretary Saurashtra College, Autonomous, Madurai, respected Principal Dr. S. Padmini, respected Principal Captain Dr. K.R. Srinivasan, Saurashtra College, Autonomous, Madurai, Members of advisory committee, members of organizing committee, and colleague participants, good afternoon, everyone. A brief review. The program commenced with the inaugural address by the principals, respected Madam Dr. S. Padmini, and respected Sir Dr. K.R. Srinivasan. Dr. V.K. Vijayakumar, Head Department of Computer Science, Saurashtra College, delivered felicitation address. For the past few days, they have been totally captivated with the speeches of many renowned, versatile, exuberant, and vibrant speakers. On day 1, session 1, Dr. Ilango Ramanujam, formerly Vice Principal, Vivekananda College, Thiruvedagam, emphasized the role of teachers in preserving and passing on the cultural heritage and civilization to future generations. In session 2, Dr. M. Meghala, Deputy Dean, Academic Affairs and Assistant Professor of Commerce, Saurashtra College, highlighted research ethics, principles, and social responsibilities. On day 2, session 1, Dr. K. Balasubramanian, retired Professor of English, Manonmaniam Sundarnar University, Tirunelveli, advised the educators to learn, teach, and research. In session 2, Dr. A. Anandavalli, Assistant Professor of English, Sita Lakshmi Achi College for Women, Pallattu, paralleled mythical ethics and professional ethics. In session 3, Dr. G. Kalaivani, Assistant Professor of English, Saurashtra College for Women, Saurashtra College Autonomous Madurai, quoted mantras for a perfect teacher to attain academic fulfillment. On day 3, session 1, Dr. T. Villi Golda, Assistant Professor of English, APC Mahalakshmi College, Thoothukudi, inspired the participants on various dynamics of ethical practices in educational settings. In session 2, Dr. R. Vishnupriya, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Saurashtra College, Madurai, focused on tech-driven education. On day 4, session 1, Dr. M. Ilangovan, Associate Professor of English, Tyagarajan College, Madurai, he advised a teacher should be a prophet of aesthetic values. In session 2, Dr. A. Ponni, in charge principal, Saurashtra College for Women, Madurai, broadly discussed on social and emotional learning. On day 5, session 1, Dr. B. Benison Tilagar Kristidas, Associate Professor and Head, Department of English, St. John's College, Tirunelveli, advised that an ideal teacher should be a shepherd, caretaker, parent, and totally an invincible model. In session 2, the concluding session of the last day of the program, Lt.E.Kalpana, Assistant Professor of English, Associate NCC Officer, V.V.Vanniaperumal College for Women, Virudhunagar, highlighted that it is the teacher who has to inspire, felicitate, and support the students till their employment. My sincere thanks to all the guest speakers. Now I place my thankfulness to the Honorable Secretaries, Shri O.A.A.A.P. Annamalai and Shri Dr. D.R. Kumaresh, respected principals Dr. S. Padmini and Dr. K.R. Srinivasan, and Dr. G. Shivabalan, Head PG and Research Department of English, Saurashtra College, for their kind consent to conduct this program. And my special thanks to my friend Dr. M. Sumitra, Assistant Professor of English at Saurashtra College, the organizing secretary of this program, for her constant and sincere support. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm very privileged to propose vote of thanks for the last day of the faculty development program. Sometimes it is a journey that teaches you a lot about destination. I think this 1 week of our journey in this faculty development program has taken you all to a better destination. Now I think it's the time to farewell to everyone, you, and propose vote of thanks. The idea of this FTP started as a flash and was organized in a very short span of time, maybe in a matter of 3 or 4 days. It was planned as a 1-day program, but subsequently it evolved into a 1-week program with 11 resource persons who have given their valuable ideas and suggestions in this FTP program. Thanks to all the resource persons for accepting my invitation with open heart. Now I thank the patrons of this faculty development program Dr. D.R. Kumaresh, Correspondent and Secretary of Saurashtra College, Madurai, Sri Annamalai, Secretary of Saurashtra College, Principal of both the colleges, Dr. K.R. Srinivasan, Dr. S.R. Padmini, who have flagged the first green flag for this program. Sorry, Dr. S. Padmini ma'am, who have flagged the first green flag for this program. Now I take the privilege to thank the advisory committee, Dr. G. Sivabalan, Head Department of English, Saurashtra College, Madurai, Dr. V.K. Vijay Kumar, HOD of the Computer Science Department and IQSC Coordinator, and then Professor T.K. Sivakumar, Deputy IQSC Coordinator, Assistant Professor of English, Saurashtra College, Madurai, who have helped me in shaping up this program to this successful level. I also thank my senior professors, Dr. Ilango Ramanujam of V.V.Vanniaperumal College, Dr. K. Balasubramanian of Manoன்மணியம் Sundarnath University, Tirunelveli, and then Dr. Benison Tilagar Krishnadas, Associate Professor, St. John's College, Madurai, Dr. Ilango, Associate Professor of Tyagaraja College, Madurai, for accepting our invitation without any hesitation and having delivered a wonderful speech. Now I thank Dr. Lily Golda of APC Mahalakshmi College and Professor Kalpana Madam of V.V. College, Virudhunagar for their valuable contribution in this faculty development program. I thank all the other resource persons from both our colleges who have contributed to this HDP with full enthusiasm. It gave us immense happiness and confidence with the overwhelming response from the participants of this FDP from the first day onwards. I express my hearty thanks to all of the participants. I especially thank my department colleagues, Professor T.K. Sivakumar, Professor and Dr. K.M. Kavita, Professor T.N.K. Kavita, Dr. Kalaivani, Dr. S. Bhuvaneshwari for their sincere contribution for this faculty development program. I also thank all the faculty members from the Department of English, Seethalakshmi Archie College for Women who have contributed for this program. I express my special thanks to Dr. M. Satish Kumar, Managing Director of SK Research Group of Company, who stands as the technical backbone for this entire faculty development program. They have given us full technical support with a friendly and patient approach right from the beginning to the end of the program. My special thanks to the technical person, Saranya, and special thanks to Ilayaraja, a technical person, and to all the members of SK Research Group who have done all the background work to this program. I might have missed to thank many unknown faces who have played a vital role to success of this program, but I thank everyone for this conduct of 1 week faculty development program. Let us we all meet in another such program very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Sumitra ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, let us we all meet very soon with the next program. And if you have any queries regarding the e-certificates and attendance, kindly post your queries in the faculty community group. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Looking forward.
ಸಂಧ್ಯಾ ಗೌರಿ அடைசிகண்டா இல்ல பிரின்சிபல் நீங்க